Ooh, what are you doing? Well, you know what I'm doing. Trying not to get shot. Got claim jumpers up here everywhere. I can talk now. All right. Oh, there it goes again. All right, what are we doing? Well, you know what we're doing, boy. We're up here in the mountains looking for gold. And where we at? Well, where do you think we're at? We're up here in the North Fork of Lode Creek. There's the North Fork, there's the Mid Fork or Middle Fork, and there's the South Fork. We're gonna talk about all this. And before I get going too far, I'm gonna give a shout out to two people that really need one. All right, Christopher Young, I know you're watching this, and I know you're thinking, Jeff, you just drove by my house. Why didn't you say something? I did, but you weren't home. And Max Berry, big cowboy yeehaw, shout out to you too, boy. As you can tell, I got a lot of snowfall up there. That's great. Why? Why? The runoff does what? It brings a bunch of water down here, and with it all kinds of other stuff. So what are we gonna do? What do you think we're gonna do? We're gonna talk about gold, do a little prospecting. And I'm gonna tell you good spots to look for gold, okay? Okay! You know what I'm gonna say? So come on! So come on! Let's go! I gotta watch out for those bullets, boy. Yeah. They're everywhere. I don't think they can see me in here. All right, let's get on over here to this clearing, and we'll go over some stuff together. Sound good to you, boy? All right, here we go. Got bullets everywhere out here. I hope they're not shooting at me, boy. All right, let's go over some stuff real quick, shall we? If you can hear me over the sound of gunfire, welcome to America, son. We're up here in Lode Creek, as I just told you, and you got three places that have runoff. North Fork, Mid Fork, and South Fork. Only the North Fork and Mid Fork have gold in them, anything worthwhile anyway. And I'm gonna go over the spots that I can think of that you might want to come up and look for too. Now keep in mind, boy, a lot of this area is under claim, so you need to do your research and find out what's claimed and what's not. That's important, but I'm gonna give you some other places too, so just hold on while I whip this out. Oh, they're coming for me, boy. Don't say nothing. You just get on up in there, boy, and get some. Where's some good places to find some gold? I'm gonna tell you, so hold on, boy. All right, first place is you're gonna be up in Horse Thief Canyon. That's right, it's in Cahoon Pass for you people who don't know nothing. In second place, you're coming down Cahoon Pass. It's called what? Blue Cut. And anybody from this area should know where Blue Cut is. If not, look it up on the map, boy. And there's gold there. Next area is gonna be what? San Gabriel's. Everybody knows that. You're gonna go to the East Fork, but there's gold up there. It's not where you think. So don't be getting down in that creek and river thinking you're gonna hit it. It's not there. It's up higher. Look it up on landmatters.org. Find out what sections have been claimed. And then, of course, to get the maps, you're gonna have to write into the BLM office, California. But guess what? What? You can't do that right now, can you, boy? Because of the government shutdown. So come on. Let's go. Oh. Look at that, boy. See that seam? Right there, of course. Running through this green shale. Isn't that nice? Got a little mineralization in it. I don't see a lot in there though. That'd be bull quartz right there. All right, now I'm gonna explain something to you that most people aren't gonna tell you about on these quartz veins, especially here in California. Mesothermal deposits, orogenic hosted gold deposits. All right, are you with me? I said, are you with me, boy? There's a little known thing called fault valving, and I want you to look it up. And that's how they got a lot of the stringers of quartz into all that black shale in the mother lode. Because a lot of people see it and they think, how the heck did that happen? Well, it's called fault valving. And when you have an earthquake, that fault releases the pressure down in the earth, and all that fluid, the hydrothermal fluid, comes shooting up. And it's under high pressure, and it shoots into all the little fissures and fractures, where you can have a little tiny split running through this shell. Only this big, boy. But then under high pressure, what happens? That's right. It hydraulics it apart. as it gets in there. And you can have multiple episodes. That's why sometimes in these vein structures, you see all these lines. Those are different episodes that took place. And sometimes you'll see the wall rock in there as it hydrauliced it apart, fractured some of that country rock or wall rock, and it got in the mix of the hydrothermal fluids. And then, of course, when they solidified, it leaves lines. And then the next one comes in and expands a little more, and then a little more, a little more. That's how you can get some of these veins that are 6 feet, 8 feet, 9 feet wide. They're thinking, oh, was there a fissure that big? No, it started off probably real small. But because of over eons of time and all the fluid being pressurized and run through there, fault valving, spraying it in, then stopping, then spraying it in and stopping, it causes that kind of expansion, and you have these thick veins. I want you to see that, boy, because ain't nobody gonna tell you about it but me. Ooh, so you know what I'm gonna say, huh? Let's go! All right, what else did I want to show you, boy? Look up on the right there. You see that? You see it, boy? You see all the gravels up there? You can see where they were washing them down right there. You see that? All along that area right there. You can see them all. It's one of those benches that has all the gold on it. The old timers knew that. So they got up in there and they hydrauliced it. Look at this, I got water all day long. Why? Because my mountains have got snow on it. All these mountains on the peaks have got snow. It looks like it's snowing again. But that's the right time for me, boy. Because that means I got plenty of water. All right. So, most of the gold is going to be in these benches, all right? You got two sources. You got it up here in these benches and these alluvial gravels. And then, of course, you've got outcroppings, mineralized seams that had pyrite in it, and they oxidized out the sulfur, and they leave these really rusty, reddish, yellow rocks behind. That's another source of the gold up here. You got two sources. So what I did is I ran up to one of these benches. And what you're doing is you're looking at the different strata lines on these benches, and you're gonna look at where the heavier gravels are that were stratified during the great floods back then. And where those heavy gravels are sitting on an impervious zone, or even if they're not, you're gonna sample down there at the bottom. That's what I did. Now the ideal situation is to get down to bedrock, but I couldn't find it. It's probably about 80 feet down. So I just sampled the different contact zones of all the different stratas that I saw up there. And then I'm gonna come down here and pan it out and see if I get anything. Also, I want you to check land status too. And you can go on landmatters.org and you can check land status and you can find out if there's any areas that you can claim up too. And yeah, you're gonna get wet. All right, I don't expect to see much. Yeah, not much at all, but look at that. I got one little speck right there. You see it, boy? You see it? It's not much. That looks like a little one too, right there. But right there. That's why you bring a jeweler's loupe, boy. You're gonna inspect that gold. Yeah, it's a little tiny piece. There's two little pieces in there. Not much to write home about. Why do you inspect them? Because you need to be a detective, boy. Put your thinking cap on. You need to figure out, okay, is there large concentrations there? Is the gold rough and coarse, or is it real smooth? Has it been pounded flat? Or does it retain some of its shape from the original deposition? So go along and you sample these areas and you figure out where the heck it's coming from, or you figure out where the highest concentrations are. Then we'll go on down the road and see what else we can see. Ooh, so you know what I'm gonna say, huh? Ooh, you better! Yeah! So come on, let's go! All right, now you see this huge seam running right through here? Ooh, man, through this granitic rock. Alright, what is this? Well, it's a gossan. There's a ton of sulfides in there and they've all oxidized out, leaving all this beautiful red hematite. Now, look at this, boy. See that? Somebody knew. And what did they do? That's right. That's an adit. This would be called a portal. You have this huge seam of mineralization running through here. It's all oxidized like I showed you. And it looks really good too. And rumor has it there was an old timer working this. And back in the day, anybody come up here and shoot at him. Because there's gold in there. So I just wanted you to see this. People drive by this every day. And there's mines like this all over the place. But people don't see it. They just drive it up because they're in a hurry. Why is everybody in a hurry, boy? Slow down, enjoy it. Come up here and you get a chance. I want you to take a look at it. I'm not advocating going in. It goes back maybe about 150 feet. All these seams that are running at about a 60-degree angle. So they run this cross cut in, and then that way they can hit all of it in one shot and find out which one's the richest. A lot of mines are that way. They'll run cross cuts in, and cross cut is nothing more than if your vein strike is this way, then you come in it this way. And there's multiple reasons why you do that. You want to find out how wide this is, you're looking for certain zones of mineralization, particularly high grade, boy. Or you're looking for parallel veins. A lot of times there's a vein like this, there might be another one right next to it on the surface you can't see. So they'll do cross cuts to find out where they're at. Ooh, so you know what I'm gonna say, huh? So come on, let's go! That's Texas Hill right there. Woo, doggy! And the Texas Hill mine was right there. Pulled out about $80,000 in gold in 1878. Woo, and that's at $20 an ounce, boy. About $2,000 a week. How do you like them beans? It's about 150 feet up from the current stream bed, like I was telling you. And there's still gold up in there, but somebody owns it, as you can tell. They don't want nobody going in there. Woo, man, I tell you what, that bedrock's just got gold seeping out of it. I can just taste it. All right, now what they do here? Well, come on, son, you know what they did. It was hydraulicing here. This is the biggest mine in all of Lytle Canyon. And what they did is they came in here and they had a 5-mile long flume that ran the water down. And then they'd sit there and hydraulic and get all that material to wash down into these long sluice boxes. But then there was a flood, son, and it wiped out their flume. And of course after that they didn't want to rebuild it because the gold was starting to diminish. But in case you ever come up here to Lytle Canyon, that's what that is. That's Texas Hill. And that's the Texas mine, Texas Point Mine. Ooh, man. I think I'm gonna come up here now and get some of that shining. Ooh, so you know what I'm gonna say, huh? Ooh, you better. So come on, let's go.